Okay, this is Joel Marzarella. I play Jonah on Lazarus, and this is what we did for construction day one. This is the cockpit. As you can see, we have some recessed lighting here and like some falling out recessed lighting, which sort of goes along with the whole idea that this thing was destroyed and then they rebuilt it out of complete junk. We have two controls for Serena when she flies the ship. We have a bunch of sticky notes out at the moment, and this place is gonna be filled with them. We're gonna end up painting it. This is made out of drywall, and then this is made out of cardboard, and we're gonna paint it so that it doesn't look that way and it looks actually like metal. And then we're gonna go over and around, and I'm gonna show you the other side where it really gets interesting. Over here we have a hammock where Serena is going to sleep because she likes to sleep next to the engine, which is one of the awesomest things. We just found this about maybe 5 minutes ago in Darren's shed, and it just looks really awesome and really falling apart. Again, to go along with the idea that this ship is falling apart to the point. Again, we have cardboard, drywall, and we're going to paint this whole thing and then add rust and probably some floral designs so that Serena, her character is very girly, very cheerful kind of person, and she's just gonna like sort of take over the ship sort of and make it her own thing, because she pretty much is the person who pilots and is the mechanic and keeps this thing running. We're gonna add a wall here. Next time we go and work, we're gonna have a wall, another wall here, and then we're going to build the roof up a little bit. It's probably only going to be about this high because most of the actors are either this height or shorter, so we don't need to make it any higher than it already is. We have a green screen that way so that we can key in anything we want. Actually, it'd be pretty sweet if we could actually key in something at this point to show you what we could do. Do you think we could do that?
Probably.
Okay.
The lighting's decent.
Okay. So, if I'm standing here, now there'll be something else right behind me, and you guys are going to be like, oh my god, that looks pretty sweet, at least hopefully. There's this nice angle here. It creates this nice 30-degree angle, exactly, and we actually cut this out, and this is what actually holds the ship together. Without it, it would fall apart. And we had to, the ship is actually held together on the other side by the desk that was shown earlier, and we actually nailed it and just pressed it together by putting this thing to hold the drywall onto the actual frame so we could have it. This is Darren and I just discussed this, and we're going to make it so this is removable so we can have some awesome frontal like close-ups of the crew as they're like actually being here and like talking to each other, and it will add some more in-depth just close-ups, and overall everything will look really great. Again, we did the same thing over here, and this is again made by the same idea that we actually screwed the drywall onto the wood, and that's what's holding this together. This is all held, the top of it is held on by tape, which I think we're going to have to do something else because this seems to be falling off a little bit. But we'll figure it out as we're going along. This is a big learning experience. We kept joking that our construction levels were rising because we have no experience in doing any of this. This is the first time we've ever built an actual set on any of our films, so I think it's pretty good for that. And we can move on to the other parts of the ship then. Okay, we also were able to fashion a hammock, which will be used by Serena, because she's more of the person who's like literally, she is the soul of the ship pretty much, because she's the only one that can fix it and necessarily drive it. So we wanted to make it so that she was there. Also, it added a pretty cool inside joke, which we will allude to in the actual film. So this is what we have so far, day one. We're going to paint it. And first we're going to finish construction. We're going to put a wall over on this side, and then we're going to put a wall over on this side to actually fill up the wings of the ship, and then we're going to paint it a metalish color and maybe add some rust stains. Serena's character is a very cheerful kind of person, so we're going to add flowers around some of the stuff and add some definite floral and happy, cheerful colors to it because that's her character. And since this is pretty much her ship and she just pretty much allows people to stay there, she's going to make it her own. The engine, it can actually overheat. So Nathaniel, who plays Heck, is going to show that right there. We rigged it up to a smoke machine to have it so that it has this overheat effect because, again, this ship is falling apart, so we want to make it look as such. And that's actually going to be pretty important for the plot. Other than that, this is pre-production, construction day 1, January 9th, 2011, and this is what we did. This right here, we did make this by hand, and it's just pretty awesome. And it's open for anyone to use it of the crew. Actually, if you got the guys of you who are on Freebirdia, who are from like overseas, if you guys do come to America, you are invited to come to Darren Ola's house and then come here and sleep here. Everyone is allowed here except Brad Ola. He's not allowed because this is not his hammock and this is ours. So anyone's allowed here. You're open to take it. We don't really care.